In just a few hours, Jimmy Kimmel will return to some ABC stations around the nation. There are those, and not a few of them, who have said they oppose him, and they refuse to carry him on the airwaves after the lie he spouted, and then had no doubt he would never apologize regarding Charlie Kirk. Today, folks, we're not going to weigh in on how much of a jerk Jimmy Kimmel is, but rather, we are taking aim at the Diz. Because can you believe that Disney, breaking from the Hollywood trades, has agreed to give Jimmy Kimmel full reign, no holds barred, no boundaries? He can say whatever he wants to say. Hello and welcome back. It is a beautiful day, folks, even if sometimes we have to bring out and expose the ugly behind some of our previously favorite companies. As we do so today, click the like button, drop a comment down below, and let us know, will you tune in to hear what Jimmy Kimmel has to say, or do you refuse to give him any kind of sway in the ratings? We'd love to hear from you. Let's dive in. Panel of excellence. Here we go. All right, folks, we did not expect to cover this, at least not today. Jimmy Kimmel has been given free, total, carte blanche ability to just say whatever he wants to say. Disney will not get in the way. Jimmy Kimmel is being returned to the airwaves with no conditions placed on him whatsoever. Absolute, total freedom to do whatever. Wow. Dominic Patton has this from Deadline. Jimmy Kimmel's return talks with Disney's brass went down to wire Monday. Jimmy will say what Jimmy wants to say. Here's the article. Tuesday's return of Jimmy Kimmel to late-night TV was the result of days of meetings and negotiations with top Disney executives that only came to resolution Monday morning. There was always a desire to do the best thing for the company. An insider told Deadline of the direct talks and thoughtful conversations between Disney CEO Bob Iger, Dana Walden, and Kimmel and his team. AKA, either Bob Iger or Dana Walden gave this to Deadline. That's all. Maybe I'm wrong. To that, the final sign-off on Kimmel's return to his long-running Jimmy Kimmel Live was made Monday morning by Iger and Walden after a last-minute flurry of paperwork, texts, and calls with Team Jimmy, says this author. Having started the day after Jimmy Kimmel Live was preempted indefinitely over remarks the host made on air about Donald Trump and MAGA's reaction to the fatal shooting of conservative activist Charlie Kirk. All of this is lies. They just lie. They just lie. They know that you know that they lie, and they just lie anyway. Jimmy Kimmel came out and lied about the shooter before Charlie Kirk could be laid to rest. It's disgusting. It's dishonorable. It's a mockery of a national tragedy. It is subhuman. They did it. They don't care. They just don't care. They will lie to your face. They will spit on your grave. So here's what it says, though. Jimmy will say what Jimmy wants to say. A source says regarding what restrictions, if any, were placed on the past Oscar host as a condition of his return. Reps for Kimmel and for Disney had nothing more to say about what was and was not agreed to that assured the outspoken, very talented, and funny Kimmel could resume his show. But the bottom line here is, and this is in Deadline, it's a Hollywood trade. They're saying what they've been told to say. Jimmy has free reign. This is amazing to me in the level of depravity that this is going to, because nobody is well served at Disney or ABC by this being what we're told. The only person who's well served is the ego of Jimmy Kimmel. Lord, you got a little smile on your face. What are you going to hop in on?
Told you.
Yeah, you told me. So Jimmy Kimmel here's the deal, guys. They pulled him off the air. He's not going to be on the air in many markets. And let me tell you, those markets, those stations are going to be irate when they find out that he can say anything he wants to, and there was no punishment whatsoever. Nothing, no apology required. Total free reign. Double down, Jimmy. Slam them even harder. I mean, he might come out and make fun of Erica. I mean, he really might. This guy is unhinged, and there's nothing that's going to hold him back. And he will have total, listen, the FCC is not going to come after him. I don't know what Trump's going to say, but it's not going to matter.
He's probably
he won't have ratings.
He's probably going to take a torch to the memorial.
Yeah, he might. He might mock the memorial. This guy, he defeated Disney. The executives are as impotent as you can imagine. Panel, get in here and weigh in on your thoughts on Jimmy Kimmel.
I would put a slightly different shading on this.
You think this is a PR play, Lou? Is that right?
No. His contract runs through August. They got to pay him. They don't want him anymore. Forget all this controversy. They didn't want him anymore because the show's losing money hand over fist. So maybe they figure, well, to heck with it. Give him enough rope.
I don't know. Lou, I actually, at this point, Disney has stooped to such a low, I would not be surprised if they renew him. Just to spite the conservatives.
I would.
I think they will renew him.
Nah. It'll be the financial. We don't know where anything is going to be by August of next year, as far as park revenue, as far as Disney Plus, as far as any of their other many businesses. They might be wallowing so deep that it's just a matter of we can't throw away $40-50 million a year on this guy anymore. That's all. Well, and remember, the amount of loss just went up exponentially with all these stations not carrying it.
Right.
The amount of loss just went up exponentially.
Walk us through that, Lou. How much does that really hurt Disney? The fact that Sinclair and maybe Nexstar, and you got to think maybe even more.
Yeah.
Now that we found out that he has no restrictions, no apology required, nothing. He just does what he does. How much does it hurt them when the affiliates pull out?
How big a number can you imagine? It's enormous. It's enormous. They said the show was losing what, $20-30 million a year, $40 million a year. Double it, triple it.
So, well, to explain that, it's been reported in the trades that Colbert was losing $40 million a year.
Right.
Jimmy Kimmel has essentially the same size staff, the same expenses on production, and his ratings are significantly worse. He is securely in third place. He is way behind. Like, he is at least doubled by Gutfeld, and he's significantly behind Colbert.
Well, and the difference
what's fascinating is that Kimmel has actually lost almost 50% of his audience from January 2025 to now.
Right. In 9 months.
50% of an audience that was already not that big to begin with.
And you have to remember, back in the old days when there were just the 3 networks, and that was it, basically. All right, local stations. If you were third place, you were still third place among 3. That's not true anymore. You're now 473rd place among 5 million when you throw in everybody on the internet. So, I saw James Woods said something about, I put up a post that had 22 million clicks. He's getting 150,000.
Right.
So, and
you got to say,
have a staff of 150 or 200 people.
You got to say, when it comes to the negotiating powers of Disney, Jimmy Kimmel basically went in with the strategy of acting like Natalie Portman from South Park with the wormhole. Every time Disney said, hey, could you just maybe tone it down? No. Could you maybe go out there and give some sort of tepid apology? No. Could you just, not be a total a-hole? No. And Bob Iger said, sounds good to me. Let's sign. You're back, buddy.
He had them. He with 400 of his buddies signing a thing that basically is putting pressure directly onto Disney, with the left making their loud remarks on social media. He knew he had them. They needed him at that point more than he needed them, which is ironic because they didn't actually, because there was no financial impact on all of this.
I'll say one thing about this. The play of the free speech claim was genius. And maybe they stumbled into genius, because what that did is when Bob Iger decided to bring him back, and Dana Walden, and they missed him so much, they need some Jimmy in their life. By claiming that that this came down to free speech, what he could do is say, if you infringe upon me in any way, how dare you? How dare you executives? How dare you bosses? How dare you networks? How dare you consumers? How dare you advertisers? Dare question what I say. If I want to go out there and praise Satan himself, Jimmy Kimmel can do that, and all of the rest of you shut up because it's free speech.
Well, that's the thing. Now it's his God-given right. Well, to have a television show.
He makes a binary question. You're either with me or you're with the Nazis.
Right. Right.
I mean, that's basically what he's saying.
That has always been the thing. Is just this has never been about freedom of speech because he's allowed to say the thing that he said. He didn't go to jail for it, but his employer has a right. Just like it's not like you can go to work, without clothes on and be like, well, this is just my freedom of expression. No, your boss has a right to fire you for it.
And Wizard, the thing too is if he has no controls over him whatsoever, and he's won these negotiations, and he's won like everything, this guy might be twice as bad as he was before. And so I want everybody to understand something.
He has to top himself. That's part of the deal.
This is why I was saying his strategy will be to double down, because at this point there is no reason not to.
Right. So Wizard, the deal here is when these people call their political opponents fascists and worse, what they're doing is they are innately saying it's okay to do to them what happened in the last week because they're evil, they're fascists. So therefore, do what shall be done. And I think that America is done with that. So if he doubles down as we're suggesting, and I think he will, America is done with that.
What happens next is critical because of this story coming out. I actually think he should go as far as he possibly can and say the most abrasive, aggressive, inflammatory, offensive. Go as far, Jimmy, take it to the end zone. Go as far as you can.
You want him to pull his pants down and defecate on a dolly of his political opponent.
Yes, while he is uttering just
imaginable. Mock Erica Kirk, mock Charlie Kirk. Say the worst thing you can, Jimmy. You know why? The world is watching. The world is watching this right now. The entire world is paying attention. And if he says something nasty after just a few hours ago, we have Erica Kirk saying, I forgive him, and trying to do the right thing and being nice to the world, being compassionate, right? And to have him be a vile slime. Firstly, that's going to be satisfying as all heck, but also it's going to just show how nasty some of these people are. And that would be incredible.
Ron, it's a heck of a contrast.
And then what Fake Wizard said is very similar to what I was going to say. And then on top of that, you will have those 400 celebrities in Hollywood and others like them celebrating that vile rhetoric and applauding him for that kind of thing. And it's really weird when you look at the box office. So I was looking over the box office this last weekend. There's nothing at the box office. People aren't going to the movies anymore. They don't care. People have generally speaking bowed out of going to the movies. And the more these celebrities out themselves as just being the most awful of people, the more no one wants to support them. On the other hand, what happened yesterday, it revived all of the good things about this nation, about this country, and over 100 million people watched. That's what people want. And let Jimmy Kimmel say whatever he wants to say, because we're going to find out who wants them and who doesn't.
To put a button on what Wiz and Ron have just said here is the old saying, when your enemy is making a mistake, don't interrupt them.
And that's a wrap, ladies and gentlemen. We are done for now, but don't worry. Do not fret. Not yet, for more content is still coming your way 4 times a day right here on the Pro Channel. What a joy it has been to share our time with you. We hope you feel the same. Adding value to your every single day is our job here, and we take it very seriously. Folks, the only thing we ask in return is that you consider clicking that like button. Share, subscribe, click it, stick it to those algorithms. It's the notification bell. And drop a comment right on down below. And folks, if you'd like to subscribe to our partner YouTube channels, That Park Place, That Pod Place, That Game Place, and some of those radio stations like Vacation Radio, well, we certainly would appreciate it. Until the next time we have the honor of spending time and being invited into your day, folks, we go on our way saying this: keep learning, keep growing, and as always, keep having fun.
Why listen to music made by people and companies who really don't like you? Check out Vacation Radio today and prepare for all new content made by the people behind the WDW Pro Channel. It's the place you need for all the music. That should be fun. Hundreds of songs, every genre you can imagine. Listen live on YouTube and enjoy a set list that's always sunny. It's Vacation Radio. What are you waiting for? Every WDW Pro video has a link to Vacation Radio in the video description. Try it out and subscribe today.